Hi, and welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me here today. Today we'll be doing a nice little interesting painting. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. While you're doing that, let me tell you what I got done up here. On my regular pre-stretch 16 by 20 inch canvas, and what I did was I added about 3 layers of gesso, allowed the gesso to dry completely. Then on top of the gesso, um, I put a thin layer of the liquid clear. On top of the liquid clear, I added Prussian blue, a little strip of mountain mixture, and Prussian blue again. With that, we could get started with today's painting. I thought today we can do nice painting using a black canvas. Black canvases are fun, and I thought, you know what? My viewers um, deserve a fun painting. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I don't know what's up with my easel today. Just I can't figure it out. Oh, there we go. I think I figured it out. So, just going crisscross. How I said, there's Prussian blue underneath, and all I'm doing is going back and forth crisscross motion. You know what? Let's make it interesting. Just scrub it on. How does that look? Just scrubbing some color right on. There's no rules really when it comes to painting, unless you're doing a commission, then there's the buyer's rules. But other than that, if you're painting for yourself, there are no rules whatsoever. I'm gonna add a little bit of white and just kind of smear it, work it in. There. Let's have a little light source right here in the center. When I do black canvases, I like to have that little light source in the center for some reason. Now, let me go ahead. Let me grab a little bit of titanium white and just pull out what's going to be a little bit of water. There we are. Load up my brush and go back at it. There we are. Usually we work on white canvases, which is nice and all, but once in a while, okay, that screeching sound came back. I gotta rebuild my easel. Uh, but I was saying, usually we work on white canvas and try to get a lot of darkness. But with black canvases, it's quite the opposite. You try to get light in there. Okay. You're probably like, this is a disaster. I don't like it. Well, just gotta let the painting kind of form. There. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go straight into cadmium yellow. Cadmium yellow on that same 2-inch brush. Make sure it's well loaded. And I mentioned I had mountain mixture around here, so it'll pick it up and just blend in there. There we are. There. There we are. Just something like so. Maybe it goes off. There. Tapping a bit more cadmium yellow just to make it seem like that little glow. There. Maybe right here. And we can reflect that color into the water. Just by pulling down. And go across. Now, let me go ahead, grab my palette knife. I'm gonna grab a little bit of white. Cut a roll of titanium white. Let me see if that focuses. There we are. And all I'm gonna do right now, or you know what? I caught myself before doing it. Let's grab a little bit of alizarin crimson and that green mixture we got from mixing up the green. Maybe a little bit of mountain mixture. A little bit of crimson. I just want a nice brown color. There. That's just what I like. So, all I'm gonna do is just add in some dirt. Just a little bit coming right off. There. Boom. Now, let me add a little bit of white to that. There. Just like so. Just get this nice highlight color. And just graze it wherever you think would hit. Not all the spots would hit. Now, if you think it got too bright on you, just work it in. And you'll get a nice in-between color. Now, going back into my cadmium yellow, just fix up that patch of grass. There, that was the one that was most bothering me. Now, we can go back into our titanium white and cut in a few water lines. There we are. make sure to lay your paint out as flat as you can get it, and just a few little water lines. There. Just some ripples off in the distance. There. I'm really scrubbing that paint on there. Now, let's go ahead and let me grab my flat brush. It's a regular flat brush. And all I'm going to do is take it through a little bit of mountain mixture and titanium white. Pull one side through dark. Let me see if I could get that to focus. One side through dark and one side through light. Now you're going to hit it halfway. So, just like so. I have the top part, the light part hitting facing up, and the dark part facing down. There. That's a quick little way to add in rocks. Quick and easy. There. Now, or you know what? I'm gonna add a couple more rocks over here. There. Something like so. I think that looks nice. Now, one of the main things today I was thinking when I do my next painting, I want to have a little bit of wildlife in it. So we're gonna be painting a crocodile. We're gonna be doing a nice little crocodile. Now you're probably saying that's not the nicest thing to do, but I think that's the one that suits this painting the most. So that's what we're gonna be painting. So just little silhouette. So this one I did like an angle and flat. This one kind of like a curve up. And then we need its tail. There we are. Now I'm gonna grab a little bit of mountain mixture and white. And let's come up here because we want this to pop. There. And then just like so. And I'm gonna add a little bit more shadows towards the base. Now we only see pieces of it. Now crocodiles kind of have that bumpy or spiny back. So just going like little or almost like flattening out some triangles or rounded triangles. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not much of a wildlife type painter. I don't paint too much of this type of stuff. There. Now, let me separate my gray color and have pure white. Pure white. Cut a row. And just add it in. There we are. Now, I'm gonna get, sorry about that. I'm gonna get a little bit of brown. I'm gonna give this crocodile a little bit of brown instead of that gray. I changed my mind. Choom. Just a little bit. There. There we are. And then just back to dark color. Just really trying to blend this out. We won't see much of it. It's just hiding there, trying to look like a little log. And we're gonna go ahead, go into dark and light, just to give us a few little rocks. There we are. There. Something like so. Something just delicate, just to add on little more details. Now, let me step back. What I want to do is I want to add in an evergreen tree. So, or you know what? Let's put in a palm tree. Boom, boom, boom. There we are. Just pull it out. Pull it out very lightly. There. Very lightly. And I'm going to go into that brown color just to kind of give that tree some color. Little bit of cadmium yellow, same dirty brush, I'll turn green. Just to give some of the leaves their color. There. There we are. Now, let's continue with the evergreen. Let's go ahead and just... That's a big one. Let's come up here just with the corner of our flat brush. Just tap it in. Load up your brush. There. And just have right at it. I wasn't too worried about the crocodile because I knew I wanted a tree around here, so I knew if I messed it up, there was no issues. You know what? Let's bring it down a little lower. There. And let's have a second tree. Maybe this one falls right down there. And just... There we go. I have a challenge for you guys. And I'll address that challenge in the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned to hear what's my challenge. Let's see who can complete my challenge. I never put that out, but I thought I would now. Now, let me go into a little bit of cadmium yellow and just load up that brush full with paint. and just the light's coming this way, so that's the side I'm highlighting, and just there we are. Few little highlights. It would get darker because this other tree is covering it, but you would still have little glimpse of that green color. Now, a little more cadmium yellow. There. There we are. Very simple. It's important to load up your brush. If you don't load up your brush properly, you're going to be struggling. Okay, let's go into a little bit of mountain mixture and a little bit of that light color. Let's create rocks. These are just rocks that will hold up our trees. There. Maybe we start to see more rocks kind of cover up an area. Load up your brush and just fire it in. Let me get my light color and my dark. There. These are little pond areas now. Now, let me grab a little bit of cadmium yellow. Now I want a little bit of grass to kind of grow on these rocks. We're gonna add more details later on, but as of for now, we'll keep it at that. We'll keep it at that. And let's go ahead and let's make like a cliff area. So there. Just wiggle it and just shoom. There. And just drop in some paint and you'll be fine. Now, a little bit of that light color and just sort of hit it. Shoom. Just let it. And a little bit of white. We're gonna add a few little water lines here and there. Now, let's go ahead. Let's put in another tree. Boop. Load up your brush and just fire away. There. There we are. Let me go into my cadmium yellow, load up that brush. You can paint a whole painting with this flat brush. The only reason why I use the 2-inch today was to block in color quicker. But if you don't care about speed and just want to master this brush, you can paint a whole painting with this, and it's not too complicated. There, sort of just have that. Now, let me grab some white and create a few little water lines. Shoot. Just like so. Now let's go ahead. Let's put in another tree. This time, it won't be evergreen. This time, it's just going to be a leafless tree. Just tapping on a little bit of grass. Just as much detail as I want. I'm not putting too much. A little bit crimson just to even out the green I had on my brush. And a little bit of white. There. Load up my brush. And just a few little limbs just that hang out there. A little bit of mountain mixture just to darken it up. There. And I think the only thing missing really is a little bit of clouds. So I'll use the brush that I used the colors to block in. Load up my brush, and with the corner of the brush, let's go ahead and just roll in a few little clouds. There. Now, if this happens, what I would do is just scratch off whatever's there in the way, and then repaint it afterwards. There. Okay. Just making sure my brush is not getting too polluted to see whether or not I have to clean my brush and go again, or if I'm fine. Just tapping just to get almost like a pure white, almost. Okay. And just going in circles. Go across. Grab my flat brush. Going to put in a little bit of dark color there. And I believe my tree started somewhere around here, more or less. I don't know. I just decided I wanted um, clouds. I don't know how I came up with that idea. I just I saw it. I said, let's do it, and it happened. And just block in the sides a bit. I think with that, that completes today's painting. Now, let's go back to the challenge I said. Today, I'm going to put out a challenge. I want to see you guys try this painting out. And I want you guys to send me what you do and see, excuse me, and see who's the most accurate to mines. It could be better. It could be a little bit on whichever side. I just want to see who gets the closest. That's the challenge I'm going to put out. There's no deadline to it. Or you know what? Let's put a deadline. The deadline is 2 weeks. So I am going to put my email down here, down below the screen. Once you guys are done with the painting, send me a photo. And then, once I have all the photos, and after the 2 weeks, I will upload. When I upload the video, I will say whose I like the most or whose was the most closest to my painting. So that's the challenge. But rather than that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Try this out just like the challenge. And feel free to subscribe, like. It helps me out and it helps YouTube know to share this content. I'd like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friend. Goodbye.